Hey Virgos, welcome back. Let's see what the heavens have for you today. I hope life has been treating you well. Not sure what we're going to read for today. I think we're just going to let the cards set the tone, set the pace. This is a deck that I've used for quite some time, but it's an intense deck. It's a little bit heavier, so if you're not ready for any of that, you might want to turn it off or buckle your boots for what's about to come. We're going to split the deck today because nothing wants to jump out, which of course is everything I'm against, but whatever. So we have Knight of Cups coming out first, the King of Swords, and the Death card with Eight of Pentacles at the bottom. So the first thing that jumps out to me is hard at work, which for a Virgo, I guess, is not entirely surprising. You know, when I look at this card, and normally I'm not drawn to the bottom of the deck, but today I am, so we're going to start with that. This is somebody who is slow and steady, you know, and I want to say that it's not just work. I think it's with everything that they do. It's almost like there's a situation here that's been put aside because it's just not, it's not working, or it's not quite right. And this person wants to get it just right. And it's not like it's a total waste, like they're not throwing it away. It's not like a failed project, if you will. But it's just kind of something where they're like, you know what, I've got to keep working, you know, and building up this. I'll get back to this later. So I don't know if there's something that you've put aside temporarily that you intend to get back to. It's interesting because I'm feeling kind of opposing energies here. Like when I see the Knight of Cups and the King of Swords, those are two very, very different people. And then with the Death card, you know, that speaks of almost like transformation. It's almost like this energy of somebody being stuck in, I want to say the ghosts of the past, because there's all these old skeletons around. There's a scorpion there. Of course, Death card represents Scorpio energy. You might have some Scorpio in your chart, or you're just undergoing a, you know, transformational change. But it's almost like you've got your back to the light and you're kind of delving into the darkness. So I don't know if some of you are working on shadow work. And you've got your back to the light. It's almost like you're turning, I'm going to say, like, it's like you're turning your back to the light and you're focusing on the dark stuff. So, which is interesting because that's therapeutic in a sense when you dive kind of into the shadow stuff. But it's, in this card, I almost get the sense it's like you're spending a little too long in it. Like you're kind of possibly punishing yourself, I want to say. It feels like punishment, like self-punishment, like, no, I don't want to leave here. And sometimes that could be depression, right? Where we need to sit in that for a bit, and when we're ready to come out, we will, but we've turned our back on it in the meantime. And, you know, that kind of lends to that King of Swords energy. Anytime, you know, I see this King of Swords, especially in this deck here, if you can't see it really well, you know, this is air energy. Someone who honestly comes across as kind of cold and direct and to the point, and they don't mince words, and almost like this idea of like, I don't give a shit who I hurt in the process of this. Like, if it's on my mind, I'm gonna say it. Very sharp mind, but with that intellect comes cutting words sometimes. Okay, I think anytime you see a bird of prey, like a raptor, right, then you know that's going to be precision, that's going to be foresight, that's going to be moving very quickly and kind of going in for the kill. So we'll clarify who this could be, or if this is an aspect of yourself, Virgo, but it's very interesting. And again, with those butterflies there, I'm hearing like transformation again. So there's some huge transformations going on here. The surprise in all of this is the Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups is typically someone who's quite romantic, who's quite lovely, who, you know, is patient, who is loving and kind, a bit mysterious, holds a bit back. Like, so this isn't a person that's gonna like spill their guts to you and kind of give all their love sort of in one full shot. You know, they kind of keep it close to their chest, but there's that potential for someone who's quite romantic, quite lovely. You know, just there's a lot of darkness in these cards. You know, even the Eight of Pentacles, there's just darkness. So let's hear more about this Knight of Cups. How does this Knight of Cups play into your life, Virgo, here? How does this Knight of Cups play into your life? What is this symbolic of? I'm just being guided to use this other deck here. I don't know if some of you are getting over a cold, or you're tired, or you're just having difficulties with communication, because my throat is so like froggy, if you know what that means, like just kind of like lots of throat clearing. Sometimes that can be anxiety for people too, where it's like like it's almost like a nervous tick. So I don't know if you've been feeling a little more anxious. I do get tired though, for sure. Let's clarify this Knight of Cups here. Tell us more about this Knight of Cups. It's been a while since I've done one of these spreads where I've just laid out the cards and not actually set up like a structured pattern to it. So Ace of Pentacles is our new beginning. It's like an offer coming in. It's a financial, generally, offer. Let's get another card to clarify here. Let's get another one. Tell us more. All right. I asked for it and I got it. Quite a bit more. Okay. This will keep us busy for a little bit. Can you see? Oh, good. You can actually, oh my God, I actually got the camera angle in a spot where we can see all the cards all the time. Now I just don't have to ever move the tripod ever again. Oh, this is exhausting, Virgo. There is so much flip-flopping back and forth in here. I get a lot of flip-flopping back and forth, which is, it's draining. It's super draining. Here you are. So I think there's been something presented to you. There's a new opportunity being presented to you. It could be something financial for sure, or it could be something that's just worth a lot to you. It's a new beginning, whatever it is, and it's kind of like you don't know what's on the other side of it. So there's some uncertainty with it, which for some people that can be a bit unsettling, a bit unnerving, but it's almost like this is heaven sent, okay? So it could be something that you've been wanting for a long time. However, when this is offered to you, we've got the Seven of Cups here, okay? I'm just being brought back up to here. It's possible this could be love related, but honestly, there's so many pentacles in here. I question that. But when I asked to clarify this Knight of Cups, this is what it's all coming down to. So maybe as we talk through it, it'll make more sense. But with the Seven of Cups, this is almost one of indecision, okay? This is one where there's a lot of opportunities presented to you, and now you've got to make a choice. So if you've been offered something, it's left you in this energy of feeling like, I don't know. Like, there's so much going on. There's so many choices in front of me here. I don't know which one to choose first. I think there is one that stands out above all of the others, for sure. But it's still leaving you feeling like, and I can't help but notice that this is all, again, back to shadow, right? So I'm thinking this is leaving you feeling a bit scattered and uncomfortable. I think there is a side of you, though, that sees this as an amazing opportunity. The Sun is known to be the happiest card in the deck, okay? It's one of innocence, of joy, of kind of like your heart's desire. fulfillment, you know, this sort of things, all the things that come with a new beginning, you know, the summer. Okay, it's basically the summer of the seasons, if you enjoy summer, I suppose. But you know, the minute you let yourself feel this and go there, and I don't know if it's maybe your logical mind, because the King of Swords can be quite logical, you know, being an air sign. This is water, by the way. You know, it's the minute that you let your head get involved in it, you feel conflicted again. It's like the Two of Swords here is like a decision needing to be made. And it's almost like needing, you know, this energy of taking yourself away into a space where you can kind of quietly reflect. Because what's interesting here is the water in the back, which is, you know, symbolizes emotion. It's very calm, like it's not turbulent. And this card is not, you know, frantic in any way, shape, or form, but not as much as the Seven of Cups. But it's almost like, again, it leads you to this or that, you know. So it's like the minute you start to get excited about something and you think you've made a choice, you get pulled back in again. And it's just like, right, and you're in this kind of frozen energy. Because it's an energy of needing to decide and needing quiet time to go, you know, and think about that and to illuminate the truth I'm hearing. Because the Hermit card is a Virgo card, Virgo energy of needing to, again, spend some time alone, shed some light on the situation, and really think about what it is that you want, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean you're physically leaving and going somewhere to do this. It can be just this quiet introspection, which very much these two cards are, right? But again, it's kind of like this gloomy energy. You see, it gets a little bit brighter and then it gets gloomy. So again, it's almost like, I don't know if this is self-sabotage or just emotional instability, but, you know, it pulls you back in again. Here's this King of Wands kind of looking on. It's interesting because my first impression was this was someone watching you. This is someone watching you thinking like, what are you doing? Like, you're making this way too complicated. The King of Wands is fire energy, right? So you've got your Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody who's very sure of what they want. This is somebody who is very balanced, who's confident, who's settled, who's not afraid to take risks. That's right. I'm just being drawn to this salamander, and I looked up salamander a while ago because it showed up in another reading, and darn it if I can remember what salamander was about, but it was amazing. I remember posting a link to it. I might do that for you guys so you can look up and see if salamander fits for you. But in any event, this is just this energy of somebody. It could be someone outside of you, or it could just be a side of yourself that dislikes this part of you, that when you're presented with something good, you feel it and you get excited, but then the logical mind steps in and is like, nope. Like, you know, are you sure about that? Or is that really what you want? Or what if that goes wrong? Like, you know, and so I don't know if this is an aspect of yourself that's looking on this and is almost frustrated with your own self. Well, so sorry, I don't mean to laugh at anyone's misfortune. Not that at all, but I think it's really that simple sometimes in life, that we complicate things and we overcomplicate them. I think what stands out to me now is, you know, we've got three energies out on the board here. The only person we're missing is like well, I guess we're missing a few more. We're missing the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups, but just these opposing forces. These guys are very different guys, okay? With the Four of Pentacles there, you know, Four of Pentacles is holding on for dear life. It's certainly a lack of vulnerability. It's wanting to hang on to everything that you have. So whether that's your money, whether that's your feelings, whether that's your stability, or all of those things. I'm also hearing like, I'll show you what I've got, but only this much. I'll only show you that. You can't see anything else, sort of thing, right? It's almost like a game of, is it poker? Like, it's almost like a game of poker. It feels very strategic. I don't know if this is love related. There's just, if it is, there's a bit of love here, but there's not, it's more, thinking, and those pentacles. All right, so that clarified the Knight of Cups. Let's go on to the King of Swords here. Put those aside. Tell us more about this King of Swords energy, at least. Might not be a person, it could just be energy. You might already know. If I clarified it when I was talking about these cards, that may already made sense. But if it doesn't, let's continue on for those who need it. Two of Cups. Ah, right. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. So Two of Cups is our love card, right? And not only romantic love, sometimes this can be friendship as well, like a really strong friendship, a really tight soul bond. It's one that empowers both people. In this card, there's a hesitancy for one person, the masculine energy, to reach out to the feminine. The feminine is probably, in this situation, a better communicator than the masculine. It feels like this is done away from home. This is done away from the village sort of thing. So I don't know if there's some talks going on or something like that. That's kind of just between these two people. But when I clarify it against the King of Swords, this is definitely with respect to love. So I think in a love situation, either you or the other person is presenting as the King of Swords, where you've got your guard up, a hard shell sort of thing, and you might have hurt someone's feelings, or someone's hurt your feelings for sure in a love situation. Queen of Pentacles, this is earth energy. Typically, it's like the mother energy, the wife energy, someone who's a nurturer, someone who, you know, can take care of the home and work outside the home and do that just as well. She kind of can do it all. And she's a very grounded person. This card feels a little bit empty, though. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this person feels a little bit empty. So you could be dealing with someone. Let's clarify that Two Cups. Three of Pentacles. Like the Fool and Justice here. Well, again, I'm being drawn back to Pentacles, and I just don't know if this is indecision on someone's part, or if this is, again, like more of a platonic relationship where the two of you are working together on a project, or trying to build something together. This card and this reading represents, you know, working together, collaboration. I'm just hearing like seeing the job through, like seeing it be done. And again, with the Fool here, this is new energy. This is taking a leap. This is taking a risk. So perhaps, you know, that's what's involved in this connection here. The White Rose representing peace. The Devil card underneath. King of Pentacles. King of Cups. There's all our guys. Yeah. Again, with the Devil here, I just feel like this energy being pulled back. I'm going to put this back in. We'll see if it comes up again later. But it's just this energy of wanting a new beginning and being pulled back, either by past temptations, by, you know, they talk about addictions and stuff. I'm really trying to get away from the generic meanings, though, that everyone else is using on YouTube. I think an intuitive read is so much more insightful. But, you know, anything that basically pulls a connection apart or makes it feel bad, right? So again, there's this push and pull back and forth. Justice here being the Libra card. There could be legal matters involved, heavy burdens, offers of love, moving away from something. Queen of Cups energy here. Marriage and happiness, but some conflict, feeling sad. Like, you know, like it just goes on and on and on, right, Virgo? I think you kind of get it. Let's learn more about this Death card, and then we'll move on to outcomes. Yeah. Ten of Wands coming up again, and Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So again, it's almost like this burden, like sitting in this dark spot and spending a bit too much time in the darkness, perhaps. Maybe you need to lighten up and have some fun or something like that. Because this is all about heavy burdens and feeling like, honestly, you're just exhausted and I can't go on. The good news is the Ten of Wands is the end of a cycle, right? Because when we leave the tens, we go back to the Ace of Wands, which is new passion, new hope, new beginning, that sort of thing. You know, it's interesting that the Ten of Cups is on the bottom there as well. So this is your ultimate happiness here. This could be yours. But again, with the Seven of Swords and the Devil, once again, right under it, King of Pentacles, you know, an Earth card. It's almost like the minute you start to embrace this happiness, you leave this spot and embrace this happiness, and these thoughts come sneaking in again, these kind of darker thoughts, and maybe I shouldn't, and well, this would be like a temptation, and maybe this isn't the right thing to do, and I should do things the right way, this isn't proper, like whatever it is. This is the energy that I'm getting from the deck. So let's go back to the original deck here for an outcome for you, dear Virgo. Wow. I'm sorry, I have to say, like, honestly, I'm not feeling really good about this reading right now. I feel like it's not making any sense to me. I'm feeling like it's kind of been all over the map, and I haven't been very specific. Like, I feel like this reading has been a bit vague, and for that, I feel like not posting it. But I've also learned through life and reading as well that it's not supposed to make sense to me because it's not mine, right? Like, I'm channeling this for you guys. And so if it makes sense to you, that's what matters. If it doesn't, then it's not your reading, right? And I think there's a lot of value in learning when to listen to a reading and take what resonates, and listening to a reading and have it not resonate and being like, not for me, thanks, right? So keep that in mind. What's the outcome here for Virgo in this situation? Whatever the heck this situation is for you. And maybe that's how you're feeling in your life right now. Like, nothing's making sense and it's all garbled up and you don't know if this is love, if this is business, if this, like, whatever, right? Sometimes it's indicative of that as well. So for outcomes, oh, there's the Ace of Wands. What's this one to sneak out? Oh, Six of Cups. Queen of Wands at the bottom. Interesting. All right. What are these two? Two of Swords and Strength. Yeah. Okay. So there's a few different things going on here. So it's not entirely obvious. We've got the Two of Swords showing up again. Okay. So anytime a card shows up, did we not have it back here twice in a reading? There's significance. Yep. For that. Okay. So like with the Strength card beside it, it's just saying to you, whatever this decision is that you're trying to make, and that's kind of leaving you feeling, I think, a bit drained at this point, because this card, this is more sure, this is more like steady, like I'm taking this time out to make this decision, I'm feeling good about it, where this is like, okay, I've sat here long enough, I'm so sick of thinking about it, like, why can't I just make a decision? That's that type of energy. Okay. And it's calling on you to use your strength, okay, to trust. I'm hearing, because this is a lighter energy, right? Look at the colors in those cards and the difference there. There's significance to that, and there's like little sparkles everywhere. So it's almost like this energy of let go and trust. I also want to say, but it's so hard to put it into words, it's more of a feeling. It's almost like let go and let flow, but you know, with that lion beside it, it's balancing those two. So it's knowing when to let go and flow, and when to use kind of that quiet strength and be kind of stubborn at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So again, all about balance. With the Six of Wands and the Ace of Wands, remember when I talked about the end of this here, the Ten of Wands leading to the one, right? The new beginning. Passion, invigoration, like let's get this going. And it's darker, but it's more, the energy's moving, right? As you can see in this Queen of Wands energy. Look at that. That energy is not the same as this energy here, where it's kind of dark, but stale and kind of not moving and gloomy and cloudy like up here, right? So 6 of Wands is victory, okay? 6 of Wands with the Ace of Wands. So there will be a new beginning for you. There will be clarity for you. I'm getting here. The burdens will lift. Things, your low will lighten, I'm hearing. And you're going to feel more of that kick in the pants. I'm getting like just more invigorated, okay? And you will see success with whatever it is that you're seeking, okay? The 6 of Cups was interesting because that one was kind of hiding towards the tail end there as well. This is more of a love feeling. I feel like whenever this happens, you're going to feel more assured when it comes to making whatever decision this is for yourself. These cards are very similar. But you can see this one is chaos and almost confusion and stuff. And this one is more of like, kind of like a, like, you know, you can kind of let go and relax. You know, things, again, it just flows more easily. So it's almost like the dam breaking, right? But you're gonna have to push through some of this darkness a little bit. Queen of Wands on the bottom, this could be someone on the other side. The Queen of Wands is typically someone who's, in this deck especially, you know, she's a mix of sweet and salty. She's super passionate person, knows what she wants, how she wants it, when she wants it. She's not afraid to go out and get it. Almost very mystical, magical. Could have red hair. But everything about her is just smooth. Like, it's just, you know, she walks into a room and people notice this person. So perhaps this is someone coming into your life, or perhaps this is just the energy that you'll learn to embrace. You'll get rid of more of this masculine energy and come in more into your own feminine energy, right? Whether you're a guy or a girl, look up masculine and feminine energies. It'll all make sense. Yin and yang, that sort of thing. So whatever it is, you know, again, I feel this represents new beginnings, things that are coming once you kind of let go and let flow and sort out this other business. Interesting that the 4 of Cups is showing up here again. Chariot. 5 of Wands. Yeah. Might be a little bit more time where you're still going back and forth here for a bit, but just rest assured, once you do get out of that, you know, you'll move straight ahead. Let's, I only have a few minutes left here before I have to go. So let's get some words of encouragement here, words of advice. Real quickly here, let's get some words of advice for our dear Virgos. Please and thank you. Gosh, I don't even know how I'm going to title this. It's so confusing. Maybe that'll come clear with one of these oracle cards. Okay, so final advice for our Virgos here. I'm hearing for some of you, you know exactly what to do. Here and now, yang, and to be fair, and a leg up on the bottom. What's this? Come to the edge. Okay. Remain present, Virgo. Focus on the here and now. If that means meditation, practicing mindfulness during this time of transition. It's 32, which adds up to a 5. So you can see here, like, there's a sign that says past, future, and here you are in this little egg right here. So remember that. Let go of the past, you know, don't stay back there. Don't get too excited and think too much into the future because it hasn't even happened yet, right? Stay in the here and now, and that will help, I think, ground you so that you can better navigate whatever all of this is going on. Yang energy is masculine energy. It's about giving, okay? And so I talked about balancing those masculine and feminine energies. I think even by being mindful and kind of sticking with this principle or philosophy, this will help kind of balance out, because I feel like there's a bit too much masculine energy right now. I feel like you need to receive a little bit more than you're giving. It's possible that some of you are giving too much and you need to learn the art of receiving. You're giving too much of your power away and not enough for yourself, right? And it's scattering your energy. So that's another piece of advice for somebody out there. This is also one, a new beginning. And then we've got to be fair, which is very much like the Justice card, that Libra card. Okay, for some of you, this is talking about you can't compare two things that are incredibly different. You're trying to compare apples to oranges. Like, you're trying to make a decision based on something that isn't even possible, right? Because you can see she's got on the scales here a fortune cookie, and I don't even know what the heck that is. Probably an egg or something like that. Use your intuition. It's calling you to use your intuition in this situation. Get out of your head and more into your intuition. Again, mindfulness will help with that, because it's almost like you're trying to weigh up a decision. Lots of decision making in here. But it's not entirely possible because you're trying to weigh up two very different things. So let that go. And I'm getting, again, to use your intuition. I'm seeing that little face there in her dress. What does that even say on that fortune cookie? Nope. Okay, so like, I think that's telling me a lot of you already know what the answer is. It's like that nope sticking out of the fortune cookie. It's almost like you know darn well what the answer is, and yet you're still hoping for a different outcome for some of you. Or that you know darn well that one decision, possibly a newer decision or a newer offer being made, is the better choice. And yet you're refusing to see that, or it's difficult for you to see that, or you're wishing it was different. It's almost like that, yeah, I know, but I just wish it was different. Like, right? So, yeah. So that's Spirit's advice. Virgo, I'm going to have to go for now. I hope that resonated with somebody out there. Please do hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.